Hi, everybody. This is Norm DeVay, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing here at Copa Health. Those of you who watch the Copa Roundup on a regular basis know that. We are just rolling through. We're in April, and I know last week we had April Fool's Day, and I did a little joke on my staff, which my wife told me I needed to apologize to them. I'm just going to do that publicly. Linda, Jeff, Megan, and Jessica, I'm sorry. It was a fun joke that our wonderful CEO, Dr. Charlene Berg, was in on, but we're past all that now. I'm sure they've been, in a very forgiving mood, and they forgave me. But hey, this week we are talking with Charlene Berg, who is the peer support training coordinator here at Copa Health. And I've always had the most admiration for the peer support program that we have here at Copa. But Charlene, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Well, yeah, it's just wonderful to see you, and so glad that you were able to come on. And I know that we had a talk a little bit earlier about some of the things you do, but can you tell me and tell everybody that's watching a little bit about your position, about you, and how you came to Copa Health?
Sure. Well, I got started at Copa Health just about 8 years ago. I think March 31st was my 8th-year anniversary, and I've been through many programs here at Copa Health, starting out in the HOPE program. I worked in the Community Transition program, which I believe isn't here anymore. Also the SHAPE program. Then I moved over to ERS and started as an employment specialist, and then moved into this peer support training program. And as of October of last year, I became the program coordinator, and I really love my job.
Well, I think that that's just wonderful. I know a lot of people that have been through the peer support program, and I think it's invaluable. And I think it's especially wonderful that you've got a little bit wider breadth of experience here at the organization, working in employment and whatnot. There's just so many aspects to a person's recovery and well-being, and so it's nice that you're been around for a while, and you've done several things. So we always try to let people know what's going on in other departments. So it's one of the things that I really try to focus on when we're doing the Copa Roundup. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in the peer support training department, the peer support department, and what it really does for our members, what it provides for our members?
Okay, great. Well, the peer support training program is an actual certification that someone can get and then get employment as a peer support. And so there's certain criteria that you have to meet to become a peer support, and that is to have lived experience. Lived experience of either traumatic things happening in life that you had to seek recovery for, substance abuse history that you have recovered from, or that you are deemed SMI and working in an SMI clinic and in recovery at the time. So any of those, if you meet that criteria, then you can sign up to have this training. It's a 9-day training, and we also offer CPR during it. We cover a lot of things during the training. We cover trauma-informed care. We cover mandatory reporting. We cover motivational interviewing so that the people can kind of learn how to communicate with their clients in a way to elicit change talk and things like that. It's really a unique certification that is a great opportunity for people to get into the behavioral health field at an entry-level position, and to be able to give back on some of the things that have happened in life that you can now speak on and help others through. So that's the best part of peer support training, in my opinion. And like I said, it is a 9-day training, and you can get a referral for the training from your clinic, just like any other referral, or people can come in and they can actually pay cash to take the class as well. We offer the class now on Zoom, which is pretty exciting. We have a hybrid class now that happens once a month. So we have some people on Zoom and some people in the classroom, and we all interact together. So I try and bring the people that are on Zoom and the people in person sort of together Working as teams, we do a lot of role playing, and we practice the motivational interviewing. We work on a group presentation, so the students get to learn how to do research on a topic, a health and wellness topic, how to cite their work, and then how to actually perform or speak the group presentation. Share the group presentation with the class, that is.
Well, it's interesting, Charlene, because prior to you being in this position, actually prior to COVID, I was asked to speak at several of the graduations when some of the individuals were receiving their certification. And it was nice being able to speak. I always got emotional when I was talking because so many of the people that are going through peer support, when they tell their stories at the graduation, I'm just so moved and so impressed by what they have done, how far they've come, and the focus that they have on helping others. It's just everybody you work with should be so proud of the work that you guys do. So but tell me, are there other ways that people who are not involved in the peer support program can get involved, can learn more about it, to get involved? I know you mentioned referrals, but is there other things that Copa staff can do to help out the peer support program?
Well, ultimately, just keep in mind there is a lot of computer work that's involved with peer support. So, understanding your client would be helpful, and also help not to hinder, the clients as far as feeling defeated because they don't have the computer experience that they might need to come to work. And to understand that this is an employment certification, but it's an excellent opportunity for people who want to get into the behavioral health field that have working knowledge of a computer and have recovery experience. So if any, clinical case managers or anything like that, rehab specialists are speaking to their clients about it, just to have an understanding that they can receive the certification and then become employed at any organization over the state of Arizona. And the certification actually goes to the State Department. I turn all the names in, and then they're eligible to seek employment at that time. Ultimately, I think that's the biggest thing that I would want people to know, is to let their clients, if they're trying to decide whether to become a peer support or not, to understand the breadth of work that would be involved. And if they can do the computer work, then they can do the job. And if they have recovery and life experience and experience in recovery, then it's a very rewarding career.
Yeah, it's interesting when you're talking about computer work and things like that. I'm fairly adept at technology, but I didn't start out that way. I didn't start out adept at technology. I remember when I was a kid reading about Little House on the Prairie and things like that, and you only had to graduate from the second grade to teach the second grade. So you could be a third grader teaching second grade, and that's how I handle technology stuff. I learned what I need to learn to get it done, and I don't think anybody that is contemplating becoming a peer support or getting into the program should ever be afraid of the technology. I'll come out and help them if need be. So that's just fabulous. So you have a class going on right now? Anybody?
We have a class starting on Monday, but just to mention about the computer work, we actually also have a computer class, a program here that can help people learn how to use computers more. And you're absolutely right. If you have a little bit of a working knowledge and you can kind of take baby steps, which is exactly what I did, then you can do it. Basically the basic need is to be able to type, really, just to have a little bit of a working knowledge and to follow a program.
Well, I'm going to tell everybody that I know, and I'm going to tell everybody on the Copa Roundup, people that are viewing us right now, also really consider when somebody graduates from the peer support program, getting them employment here at Copa Health. We have so many, I think, who graduate from our peer support program, and they end up going to another organization. Not as good as Copa Health, but they end up going to another organization because these are people that are really coveted, I think, by some of the behavioral health organizations out there. So everybody out there, if you're in a hiring position, keep in touch with Charlene, learn about the people that are coming through, because you're going to have some great employees there.
Absolutely. We have some recruiters that come in now from Copa and speak about the program. Someone from In-Home Supports comes in, and also the villages. And we would welcome any of you that would want to come in to speak at the graduation day and be a recruiter here in the room and kind of share about your program. I definitely speak of our company and, try and help the people get into our company and tell them about our opportunities and things like that. We also have our employment specialist, our supported employment program that can also help people write resumes and apply for work. And that's another opportunity that could be available once they graduate peer support training.
That is just great information. Charlene, I really appreciate you being on today. I hope you come back and visit with us again sometime. Maybe after a graduation, you can tell us how things went with the latest class. I think that would just be wonderful.
Oh, that would be awesome. I love that.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Everybody, that is our Copa Roundup for this week, Friday, April 8th. We are heading into the time of year where things start getting a little bit warmer, but I understand that Copa Health is opening up offices up in Utah, so I'm hoping to make it up to Utah every once in a while, because I think they have a little bit more temperate climate up there. However, I would never want to give up Arizona. So next week, April 15th, I know that we are going to have Gladys Lopez, who is the Copa Health Controller here in the organization. And there's so many things that happen in accounting and finance that people don't understand. And I'm just hoping that we can get some great information from Gladys so that I can better understand it. So until then, everybody, next week, April 15th, take care. If you haven't gotten your vaccination, please consider going on and getting your vaccination. Things are opening up. I know that so many people have allergies right now, but you need to get your vaccinations for flu and for COVID, and it'll just make the world a better place. So we will see you all again next week. Take care.